Have you ever been in that strange silence with someone, where you know they want to talk to you, they want to reach out, but something inside them stops them, and you can feel it? It's not because they don't care. It's not because they've moved on. It's pride. You see her online. You catch a glimpse of her in public. You can almost read the hesitation in her eyes. But still, no message, no call, just silence. And here's the question: what would Marcus Aurelius, Rome's philosopher, king, say about this? Because human emotions haven't changed in 2,000 years. Pride existed then. Miscommunication existed then. And so did the pain of knowing someone you care about is holding back. If you're new here, welcome to my Stoic journey. We talk about relationships, mindset, and emotional strength through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you want more videos that don't just give advice, but actually transform the way you see life and love. And stick around to the end, because the last principle I'll share with you will completely change the way you respond when someone's pride stands between you and them. Setting the scene. Picture this. Marcus Aurelius sits at his desk in the early hours of the morning. The empire sleeps, but his mind is awake, wrestling with the same human struggles we face today. He writes in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Now imagine you, the listener, are sitting across from him. You tell him about this woman who wants to reach out, but her pride won't let her. You want to understand how to deal with it without losing yourself in frustration, longing, or bitterness. Marcus leans back. He's quiet for a moment. Then he begins to speak, not in quick answers, but in timeless principles. Principles you can live by. Suggestion 1. Control what's within your reach. Marcus would start here because this is the foundation of Stoicism. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You can't control her pride. You can't control whether she sends that message. What you can control is how you respond. Here's the truth most people don't want to accept. The moment you obsess over why she isn't reaching out, you've already surrendered your peace to something outside your control. The Stoic approach is to pull your attention back. Focus on your own growth, your own clarity, your own path. In modern terms, if she's not reaching out, you don't put your life on pause. You don't sit by the phone like a background character in your own story. You keep moving forward. When you master this, something interesting happens whether she reaches out or not. You're still in control of your emotional state. Suggestion 2. See pride for what it really is. Marcus often reminded himself to see things as they are, without exaggeration or drama. Pride in this context is not pure strength, it's a shield. It's fear-wearing armor. Sometimes pride is a person's way of avoiding vulnerability, of keeping themselves from being hurt again. When you understand that her silence might not be about punishing you, but protecting herself, it changes the way you feel about it. Instead of taking it personally, you can see it as part of her journey, not a direct attack on you. In the modern dating world, people misread pride all the time. They assume it means someone doesn't care, when really, it means they care too much to risk rejection. Suggestion 3. Let go of the need to win the moment. Pride creates a tug of war. Who's going to break first? Who's going to give in and reach out? Marcus Aurelius would tell you this: if your goal is to be right instead of being at peace, you've already lost. The Stoic doesn't measure worth by who sends the first message. They measure worth by integrity and self-respect. If reaching out aligns with your values, do it. If it doesn't, don't. But don't let ego turn silence into a battlefield. Suggestion 4. Remember the shortness of life. Marcus was obsessed with the brevity of life, not in a fearful way, but in a way that made him value every moment. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. If you knew you only had a week to live, would you let pride, yours or hers, be the deciding factor in whether you spoke to someone you cared about? Probably not. This doesn't mean you chase endlessly. It means you make decisions that won't fill you with regret later. Suggestion 5. Refuse to be ruled by emotion. Marcus wrote often about the danger of being led by emotion instead of reason. When you see her silence, it can stir up frustration, longing, or even resentment. The Stoic response isn't to suppress emotion, it's to observe it. Understand it and decide if it serves you. If your emotions push you toward desperate action, wait. If they push you toward cold indifference, wait. Find the balance where your choice is deliberate, not reactive. Suggestion 6. Keep your dignity, even in disappointment. When someone's pride stops them from reaching out, it can feel like rejection even if it's not. But Marcus would remind you, your dignity is never given by another person. It's yours by virtue of how you carry yourself. If you choose to reach out, do it without expectation. If you choose not to, do it without bitterness. Either way, you remain grounded. Suggestion 7. Accept the reality without resentment. Stoicism isn't about pretending reality is different than it is. It's about embracing it fully. She might never reach out. That is a possibility. If you can accept that without resentment, you free yourself from the emotional prison of what if. This acceptance is not the same as giving up. It's simply the recognition that peace comes from agreement with reality. Suggestion 8. Lead with example, not pressure. Marcus believed in living in a way that inspires others through action, not force. If her pride is rooted in fear or uncertainty, you can't lecture her into dropping it, but you can demonstrate openness, strength, and kindness in your own behavior. People notice when you're consistent, calm, and self-assured. Sometimes, that's what makes them feel safe enough to drop their guard. Suggestion 9. Don't let the situation define your worth. Marcus warned against letting external events dictate self-value. Her silence does not mean you're not worthy of love, respect, or attention. Your worth is measured by the kind of person you are, not by the approval of another. When you internalize this, you stop negotiating your self-esteem with someone else's actions. Suggestion 10. Live as if the story is bigger than you both. Marcus saw himself as part of something far larger than his personal life. The universe, nature, the flow of time. When you see your situation from a higher perspective, it shrinks. Yes, her pride matters in this moment, but zoom out, and you realize this is just one chapter in your life, not the whole book. This doesn't make you cold. It makes you free. Final words. So here's the truth. If she wants to reach out but pride stops her, that's her battle. Your battle is to remain centered, wise, and in control of your own mind. And if one day she does send that message, you'll be able to respond not from wounded ego, but from grounded strength. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.